very few people know this, but the first part that I did was a 5-minute role in a film called Kai Poche, जहाँ पर last में जो एक grown up Ali होता है वो आता है field पे और वो एक चौका मारता है, and that part was played by me. My mission is to become the kind of star where great films can be told on my name. At the moment, I am choosing projects that are coming to me. But the goal would be where if I approve of a script, then the producer can raise funds or a studio can greenlight that film because I am on board. Hi guys, this is Tahir Raj Bhasin and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
So, Tahir, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much, Varidhan.
And congratulations, Chichore has won the National Award for Best Hindi Film.
It's amazing. I've been on top of the world for the past 2 or 3 days and it was very unexpected. All of a sudden, जब आप देखते हैं कि आपके phone पर there are 50 congratulatory messages, तो पहला सवाल तो ये था कि ऐसा क्या कर दिया मैंने. But then when I saw that it's for the National Award, बहुत कम पिक्चरें ऐसे होती हैं जो बॉक्स ऑफिस सक्सेस भी होती हैं that people like and have enjoyed the film when they watched it. You've got critical acclaim, and then when you get the national award, that's like the icing on the cake.
So I was speaking to Manoj Bajpayee a couple of days back, and he said that बहुत ही rarely, like our industry is box office driven, but एक film जो है वो 250-300 करोड़ करती है और लेकिन उसको उतना सेलिब्रेट नहीं किया जाता जितना कि वो डिजर्व करती है. एंड नेशनल अवार्ड जो है वो एक तरीके का पोएटिक जस्टिस है जो कि फिल्म के साथ में हुआ. क्या आपको लगता है कि दैट मे बी द फिल्म वाज नॉट सेलिब्रेटेड एज मच इन टर्म्स ऑफ द रेगुलर अवार्ड शोज एंड इवन अदरवाइज?
Award shows always have their own criteria, so I can't really comment on that, but I do feel that going into the film I knew that ये एक special film होने वाली थी because today's generation really enjoyed it and loved it because they associated it to their college times. Or jo a slightly older generation, like my parents' generation, they really loved it because of the nostalgia factor. And as an actor, when people have watched it, when they've loved it, and they come to you and they still like, आज हमारी भोपाल में shooting चल रही है, यहाँ की गलियों में जब हम चलते हैं तो लोग डेरिक के नाम से बुलाते हैं. So I think when they remember your character's name, that is the biggest payoff. What other celebration do you need? We did 200 crore at the box office, and we've got the national award. So I think like जितना मांगा था उससे दुगना प्यार हमें मिला है.
उससे दुगना प्यार मिला है. Okay, you know, in your filmography, how important is Chichore for you?
Chichore is massively important, Faridun. जैसे कि आपको पता है, I debuted with an antagonist part, एक anti-hero का part था मर्दानी में. उसके बाद with John and Sonakshi I had done Force 2. And in my heart, I always knew that I want to do a variety of lead roles. I don't want to only do one kind of part. But when you start off with something, एक आपका एक impression बन जाता है, and those are the kind of parts that come to you. And very gradually, with a film like Manto, which was again, it went to the Cannes Film Festival. It was with Nawaz, and with a Chichore. Studios and producers and even the audience have started to see a different side of my acting, which is amazing. And Derek as a part he was an emotional guy. He had a soft interior, पर बाहर से उसे एक hostel का stud दिखाना था कि he is the hostel का बाप, जैसे कि कहा था उन्होंने film में. And so to have that transition in your career in a film of this scale with Nitesh Tiwari as a director, the opportunity to work with Sushant, all of it makes it an incredibly special film.
In an interview, you've said that Sushant was someone who used to read a lot on the sets, and he was someone who used to work very hard on his own body as well. How do you look back at the time spent with him? Whatever your one-on-one time that was spent with him, how do you look at it?
I always saw him as a source of inspiration. Very few people know this, but the first part that I did was a 5-minute role in a film called Kai Poche, जहाँ पर last में जो एक grown up Ali होता है वो आता है field पे और वो एक चौका मारता है, and that part was played by me. The little boy Ali is Sushant had mentored him in Kai Poche, और फिर वो बड़ा होके इंडियन टीम के लिए खेलता है और वो इंडियन टीम का लास्ट का चौका मैंने मारा था. So our association went back all the way to that first film. I saw him as a source of inspiration because he's someone who came with very little, but he managed when he left, he had made a big impact on television, on film, the entire culture of that you can be, you can come to Bombay just with dreams. I think that's what he stood for. And I saw him as someone who was constantly about self-improvement. वो खुद को better करना चाहता था, चाहे वो उसकी acting हो, body हो, चाहे वो उसकी knowledge हो. And that was a very big inspiration. And he really believed in the concept of Chichore. Chichore का simple message था कि कोई winner या loser नहीं होता, अपनी life की खुशियां और अपने life के labels आप खुद decide करते हैं. And this was not a film that he was doing क्योंकि हाँ मुझे इस director या इस producer के साथ काम करना है. He believed in the moral of the film, and I really respected him for that.
You are someone who's come from outside as well. You made a mark for yourself. Now, do you think this entire debate that has started about why is it important to have a level playing field, that the talent should be the deciding factor after the unfortunate demise of Sushant? Do you think it's an important debate that has started, and do you personally feel things are changing in any way?
I think things are changing in terms of the audience, about how accepting they are. Today, maybe the maximum you can get if you have come with some sort of backing is good publicity for the start of your career. But after that, it is your own merit and how much the audience sees you. And I definitely feel today's times and the fact that the audience is exposed to OTT platforms, to international storytelling, to great writing, to great acting, that they are interested in content. And if you can make them believe when they walk into the theater that you are the character, you are driving that story, you will survive. Because I think that those lines of coming from outside or inside are blurring very fast, and it's becoming more and more democratic.
What you did with Mardani was outstanding. Even Force 2, you made a very important point. Manto is, I think, a film that I think many more people should watch, because it was an outstanding film, but unfortunately did not get a proper release. But so you had a I think very special role in Manto as well. When it comes to Chichore, you made your presence felt for sure. Now, 83 is coming. Apparently, you're having 4 films which are lined up. You're also having like a romantic lead, proverbial romantic lead in Dupla Peta. But what I personally feel, the sort of dynamism that you have, what we've seen in say Mardani, for example, to start with, there is a lot more to Tahir Raj Bhasin that has not been realized yet. What is your ambition?
Wow, this is quite a loaded question that you've asked, and it's also very perceptive of you, because when Mardani came, while I was very excited about the kind of appreciation that I got from that film, I was also very aware that as an artist, it is probably 1/100th of my capability that I managed to display in that film. My mission is to become the kind of star where great films can be told on my name. At the moment, I am choosing projects that are coming to me. But the goal would be where if I approve of a script, then the producer can raise funds or a studio can greenlight that film because I am on board. And that is what my endeavor is. Because I feel like a lot of things in filmmaking are outside of your control, of like किस तरह की कहानी लिखी गई है, कौन आपके co-actors हैं, किस तरह के उसमें गाने हैं. पर एक चीज आपके कंट्रोल में है, वो है आपकी परफॉर्मेंस. और उस परफॉर्मेंस के थ्रू अगर मैं ऑडियंस को बेहतर कहानियां बता सकता हूँ, in better parts, growth with every project, that would definitely be my goal. And I'd really like to thank you for that question, because people have often said, पहले आपने क्या किया है, आगे आप क्या कर रहे हैं. किसी ने मुझसे ये नहीं पूछा कि आगे आप क्या करना चाहते हैं. So it's a great question.
Oh, thank you. And now another problem that we tend to have is that we tend to slot actors, and I think almost everyone, that ये villain है, ये supporting actor है, ये hero है, और ये director बन सकता है. So do you find that maybe limiting in a way, because ideally an actor should be having the sky to himself? He's capable of it, of showcasing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like ये तो सदियों से चलता हुआ आ रहा है, and there have been as many outliers, what you call, like people who break the rules in my generation, whose footsteps one can follow in. I mean, great people who I can name is Shah Rukh Khan sir, who started off with a negative lead went on to prove that he can do hardcore romantic films, that he can do films like Swades and Chak De. There is Irfan Khan who debuted with Hasil. So there are a lot of people who have very often, people have tried to always characterize them, but they have broken the rules. And these are people who I have watched and admired, whose footsteps I plan to follow in. I have personally never boxed myself in any category. And just like the films that we were talking about, with every project, if I can see something different, there's a Loop Lapeta hai. It's a romantic lead opposite Taapsee Pannu. It's a heist film. It's very stylishly shot. It's the remake of a German film. It's something that I had never done before. And when I said, yes, if I have to do a romantic lead, it should be done. There's kuch hatke usme rehna chahiye that will attract the audience. And that is always the goal. Personally, मैं एक ऐसा इंसान हूँ जो बोर बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है. So I think some of it comes from that also. कि यार काम में अगर मैं बोर हो गया तो फिर audience को मजा कैसे आएगा? So the idea is to keep yourself interested, motivated, and keep doing something different and growth with every part.
आप एक unconventional actor हैं. There are tremendous possibilities that you're having. बहुत बार क्या होता है कि जो actors होते हैं उनको the way they market themselves, the way they are marketed, that in many ways becomes very important in the way they are perceived. I'll give you an example of Priyanka Chopra, for example. Priyanka जब हिंदुस्तान में भी थी और फिर obviously जब वो हॉलीवुड जाने के बाद में, so Priyanka की जिस तरीके के रेड कार्पेट के appearances हैं, उनके जिस तरीके के उनके interviews हैं, and the way she magazine covers and everything, the way she just marketed herself was brilliant. Do you think it's important to be marketed properly?
100%, because the film industry is show business. Your craft and your acting is part of the show. The marketing is part of the business. And so I don't think I am the kind of actor who says मैं सिर्फ अपने लिए acting करता हूँ और मैं सिर्फ अपना internal pleasure के लिए. It is for the audience, and marketing, whether it is how you are perceived by the audience, how you are perceived by trade, how you are perceived by brands, is equally important. And in today's day, when you have social media and everyone has a phone in their hand, everyone is their own brand. You don't need to be a film star in order to be a brand. And I think it's incredibly important. And I have to admit that when I first came into the industry, this is not something for when you're just starting off, your only focus is I want to be the best actor. I want to do the best that I can for the part. But gradually you realize that it's a yin and a yang. It's a part. Some people enjoy it, some people don't enjoy it, but you can't say that I'm going to ignore it. So 100% it is important.
आप एक इंटरव्यू देख रहा था तो आपके जो चॉइस ऑफ फिल्म जो आप देखना पसंद करते हैं बहुत काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है. सर्जियो आपने देखी थी जब लॉकडाउन में, और एक इंटरेस्टिंग सी डॉक्यूमेंट्री के बारे में आपने बताया था, समथिंग रिलेटेड टू कैट्स that you had watched. बहुत बार क्या होता है कि cinema is such a collaborative art that I personally have just heard people say in my interviews that many a times it is the important, like Amir Khan says that मेरे लिए जो अगर डायरेक्टर है या प्रोड्यूसर है, मेरा उससे किस तरीके का एक रैपो है वो मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज मैं अपनी जिंदगी के 2 साल उसके साथ में स्पेंड करने वाला हूँ. तो आई नीड टू नो हिम वेल. देयर हैज टू बी सम लेवल ऑफ एक हमारी एक कुछ दोस्ती होनी चाहिए, कि हमारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना बहुत जरूरी है. उसी तरीके जब आपको परसीव किया जाता है, आप जो भी आप कहते हैं, या फिर बहुत बार आपके जो टेस्ट होते हैं उससे बहुत से लोग इंप्रेस होते हैं कि यार ये इसका रीडिंग में इसका ये इंटरेस्ट है, तो यू नो ही सीम्स टू बी समवन दैट आई वुड वांट टू बी कोलैबोरेटिंग विद, and these are the sort of films that he's watching. So this shows his sensibility and intelligence levels as well. Do you feel it's important to keep on honing yourself, keep on having certain eclectic tastes as well, because that also impacts your relationships and the way you are perceived and helps in building yourself up as an artist?
Definitely, and I feel that 2020 was a great opportunity for that, क्योंकि इतना सारा टाइम जब आप घर पे बैठे हैं normally होता नहीं है. I just also, like for everyone who's watching this, like to say that I have certain tastes. Like मैंने Money Heist भी देख रखा था, जो कि एक बहुत popular mass driven show था, and साथ में एक Sergio भी देख रखा था. और इसकी एक simple philosophy है, मुराकामी नाम के एक writer हैं जो कहते हैं that if you are watching and reading and seeing what everyone else is watching and reading and seeing, then how can you be something different? It's a very simple philosophy. If you have a little, matlab, yes, it's important to watch what everyone is watching. But at the same time, if you just try and explore something that's slightly different, maybe you'll get some ideas as a performer, as an artist, ki this is something great that an actor did, this is something great that a writer did. And to that extent, I make an effort कि कुछ हटके कभी-कभी जो है देख लिया करें. पर परवरिश जो है वो मेरी फुल ऑन कमर्शियल, फुल ऑन मतलब बॉलीवुड फिल्में, मैं भी इन ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ like अपने अंदाज अपना से कभी हाँ कभी ना to David Dhawan films, like I enjoy watching all of that as much as the next person. But lockdown का समय definitely एक ऐसा था कि it gave you the chance ki if I enjoy watching this, then what different thing can I be watching? And you also said something about how collaborating with people is forming a relationship with them. 100%. मैंने जितनी भी कम फिल्में मैंने करी हैं, ये रियलाइज किया है कि एक प्रोजेक्ट ही नहीं, बट जो जिन लोगों के साथ आप काम करते हैं वो उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. एंड फॉर मी इट इज एज इंपॉर्टेंट एज पिकिंग अ रिलेशनशिप, दैट यू वाइब विद द राइटर्स, कि आप डायरेक्टर के साथ एक रिलेशनशिप ये होना चाहिए कि मैं 5 आइडियाज उनके पास लेके जा सकता हूँ, भले ही उनमें से 5 में से 4 वो रिजेक्ट कर दें, but you should have the freedom and he should trust you enough that you can bring up ideas to him.
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सा एक ये दौर हम लोग देख रहे हैं 2020 के पैंडेमिक के बाद में. सिनेमा हॉल्स बंद रहे, अभी भी they are gradually opening up, but once again because of second wave things are looking a bit bleak once again. Now ये जो एक डिबेट हुई है शुरू about the role of OTT from here on and how things are going to pan out in terms of certain films will be releasing in theaters which are having that big scale, like 83 for example. You guys are very clear 83 should release in theaters. Certain films they can be received very well on OTT and they can have a far wider reach accordingly. आप कैसे देखते हैं, the sort of actor that you are, what is your opinion about it? Do you think that OTT can be a boon in certain ways for good actors?
First of all, the debate for some reason has always been cinema versus OTT. I really don't think that question of versus arises. I think that they can definitely coexist. Because some stories have that scale, have that grandiose, like an 83, like a Suryavanshi. These are films that are made for the big screen experience. And some stories are meant to be told in an episodic, chapter-wise storytelling, and which is where OTT comes in. At the moment, we're very lucky in the industry that we have OTT, which is almost like a safety net, which is providing so much work for writers, for newer actors, for technicians, for directors. And I think that it's incredible that a film can release as theaters gradually start to open. It can do its time, it can do its few weeks in the theater, and then after that it gets bought over by a platform. And so a film that you have loved will always be available to you. It's like a library. Like earlier we used to go and get cassettes and VCDs, and now you have your own library. You don't necessarily have to wait for a TV channel that hafte mein kab meri film aayegi. If you like Chichore, you can any day go to Hotstar and you can be watching that film. So it's a great safety net. It's also ushered in the era of better writing. Writers are being appreciated more in our industry. Shows like Scam are a great example of that. And I think when writing improves, to sabka game jo hai will have to improve, because sooner or later films will also realize that if the audience is aware of good storytelling, then you have to manage to match that even in the theater. So overall, I can only see positives of OTT existing.
When it comes to 83, जब हम लोग की आपसे बात हुई थी, आप लोग जानने वाले थे उस टाइम पे यूके, तो बहुत सारे आप लोग थे, तो इंडिविजुअली बात उतना तफसील में नहीं हो पाई थी आपसे. So आपका जो कैरेक्टर है वो जो प्लेइंग सुनील गावस्कर. Now Sunil Gavaskar is someone who's not merely legendary cricketer, but at the same time he was someone who was cerebral in his process of going about doing whatever he did. He was like an educated guy, and he used a lot of mind than mere physicality. और वो कुछ हद तक आपकी भी पर्सनालिटी कुछ हद तक उसी तरीके की है अगर देखा जाए तो. So how special was playing Sunil Gavaskar?
It was incredibly special. Before I said yes to the part, I had read, I sat down and I read his biography, Sunny Days karke unki ek life ki story. And I realized that this was a man who was just incredibly determined. वो कुछ लोग होते हैं ना जो born talented होते हैं. When you read his biography, you realize that in school, there was a time when he was actually not picked to play cricket in his school team, or when he played and he didn't score that well. And then he worked at his game, overcame every obstacle, and then made his amazing record-breaking debut. And after that, just became the poster boy. He was actually the first poster boy of cricket. And in his footsteps then followed Kapil Dev and Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid and of course today's generation. So to play such an icon, and he's the rare generation where their strength was Test cricket, and then they saw the transition into one-day cricket, which they used to call limited form of cricket. To see that transition and have him be a sort of mentor in the team. He wasn't the captain. Kapil Dev was the captain in '83, but he was a senior player. He was the only player who the West Indies cricketers actually used to fear. So to have to be able to bring that aura, and I saw that aura firsthand because we attended a cricket conclave just before 83 की shooting शुरू हुई थी, और वहां पर backstage हम मिले थे. Sachin sir was sitting there, Wasim Akram was sitting there, all these legendary cricketers जिन्हें हम देखकर बड़े हुए हैं. And then all of a sudden, from the corner of the room, Sunil Gavaskar walked in. You know, he's not very tall. He walked in with his swag, and the minute he walked in, I saw all of these legendary cricketers just stand up to attention, like schoolboys, as if like someone very senior had walked in. And that's when I realized the aura he brings in. And he's a very charming guy. He has a sense of humor about himself. And that was what was amazing. I was like, yaar, field pe to ye aise hain, but real life mein ye aise hain, and this is the respect he commands. So to try and put all that together, and of course try and play the cover drive like him was a big challenge.
Sunil Gavaskar is also someone who stood for a lot many more things. There was a time when all this sledging was going on, and even element of racism used to happen. I'm talking about late 70s and 80s for sure. It happened after that as well. But the sort of respect that he commanded and was simply incredible. And those guys, they were not being paid the way the recent cricketers they have been paid. He was playing for pride, and he brought a lot of prestige for the country by the sheer respect he commanded from anyone and everyone, various nationalities, various races. How important is that achievement for him?
Extremely. I think all of it went into having this. I think pride is a great word that you used. That they were representing the country, and they were very aware that was the biggest payment that they got. Not only were they not paid, but today you see cricketers wearing padding, and you see them wearing helmets and all kinds of protective gear. That kind of protective gear did not exist in those days. Sunil Gavaskar used to play without a helmet, and he used to face West Indies pace bowlers on pitches that were not as polished as they are today. So there was a lot of risk involved. There was a lot of pride. There was also a lot of stamina that was involved in the way that they used to play in those days, and all of it brought out what I would like to call the outline of the character. Because when you play a legend like Sunil Gavaskar, you're not trying to mimic him. You're trying to bring out an artist's impersonation of this is who I think he stood for. And there was all of those elements that we've just spoken about. And you have to communicate that in just one look, or just the way you look at a West Indies pace bowler when they're bowling at you. And that was the challenge.
Obviously, it must have been very disappointing that the entire year went by and the movie did not release. Now it has been announced. So looking forward to it. And is it even more special now?
I'm incredibly excited because ये एक ऐसी picture है that has the ability to transform the movie theater into a stadium. I was a little disappointed when when we had to stop the release, but then at the same time, to console oneself, we realized that सब लोगों की जिंदगी pause पर हो गई है, and how lucky we are that we managed to go abroad for 3 months to the UK and shoot it. ऐसी picture अगर आज shoot होनी होती, it would have been very difficult to shoot a film like 83 today. So we're very lucky that it was shot. The post-production was already on. We've got a little more time to make sure that it's polished and it's looking amazing. And we hope that it brings everyone back to the theater.
Tell us something about your other films. You're having, I think, 4 releases this year. Apart from 83, there is Loop Lapeta.
Yeah, there's Loop Lapeta. There's a film called Bulbul Tarang with Sonakshi Sinha, with Shri Narayan, who did The Toilet and Batti Gul. So Loop Lapeta, it's a heist film. It was such fun because that's a film we shot straight out of lockdown. Goa में हमारी shoot हुई थी. ये German film Run Lola Run की adaptation है. And it's just great because I have not felt as close to a character as I have to Satya, because ये बंदा रोमांटिक भी है बट एट द सेम टाइम थोड़ा सा झोलर है. मतलब ये रिस्क लेने में बड़ा विश्वास रखता है एंड he's a talker. And that is something that the minute I sat with the director, I said, yeah, these are aspects of my own personality that I plan to bring to it. So which is why I'm excited, because there is so much of me in Satya, and to finally do a project where he is charming, but in a goofy way is going to be very interesting for the audience to see. And to actually work with Taapsee, who is she's very determined. Like the amount of work that she puts into every character. I know she was shooting Rashmi Rocket along with Luke Lapeta, and just to see the amount of work that goes into creating characters and her success was great to see. And Bulbul Tarang is once again what Sri Narayan sir's forte is, to tell stories that have social relevance but tell them in an entertaining way. And that's what Bulbul Tarang is going to be about. We plan to start shooting towards the middle of April. And I really look forward to collaborating once again with Sonakshi, क्योंकि पिछली बार मैं antagonist था Force 2 में, इस बार romance कर रहा हूँ, तो थोड़ा change genre jump हो गया मेरे लिए, but it will be interesting to see.
Okay, and you're having a film with Shweta as well.
Shweta Tripathi, yes, we're shooting for a Netflix series for that. The series is called Ye Kali Kali Aankhein. It's a suspense thriller, but it's got a love story and at its heart. And Shweta is someone who's done incredible films like Masan, and she's done Mirzapur. And again, someone who comes from theater sensibilities, so जितना काम वो अपने characters में डालती हैं, वो मुझे अपना game भी उतना ही, मतलब I've always felt romantic pairing is it's like a TT match. जितना अच्छा आपका opponent होगा, उतना अच्छा आपका hand भी, मतलब जरूरी है कि you play the same hand.